Hey everybody, it's Mike from Kane's Autograph. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back this week with an update of the team challenge. The returns really slowed down and I was thinking I might get shut out this week. Then the mailbox was full the last couple days. So let me share with you what I got. So my first return from Jeff Reed was an autograph success, but a team's challenge failure. So Jeff kind of messes with us fans. He's a great signer for us, but sometimes you send him two cards and he'll only sign one. Sometimes you send four, he'll sign three. I was trying to make sure that he got my autograph on a Twins card, so I sent him the rated rookie card, and I'm happy he sent it back, but he threw in one of his own, which has him playing for the Cincinnati Reds. So it's an autograph success, but a team challenge failure. This next guy, Pat Bankston, 1 of 1 in 20 days. This does count for the team challenge. Pat never made it to the big leagues, but he did play in the Twins minor league systems during the late 80s, so it's a cool addition. After baseball, he went on to coach college at the college level to stay connected to the game. Next up, Dwight Bernard, 1 of 1 in 20 days. Dwight spent most of his careers with the Brewers, but he became a longtime pitching coach in the Twins farm system. His influence helped a lot of young arms over the year. He's been a part of pro baseball as a player or a coach for over 4 decades. Next up, Jeff Baumgar, 1 of 1 in 13 days. He was a first round draft pick in 1985, top prospect in the late 80s, but he never made it to the major leagues. But he was kind enough to sign this card for me. He pitched in the minors for seven seasons, all with the Twins, and he was part of some double A teams that were pretty stacked and won some championships. Next up, Mickey Hatcher, 2 of 2 in 50 days, and I went through the agency JD Promotions, paid $15 per signature. A little disappointed that it came back smudged, but still happy to have a Mickey Hatcher autograph in my collection. Twins fans remember him as the fun-loving utility guy before the 80s. He played with the Twins from 81 to 84, hitting over 280 during that stretch. Then he went on to become a clubhouse leader with the Dodgers and hit a home run in the 1988 World Series. So this next one was a private signing with Jim Falbo. Very happy with how these came out. In fact, though, I really forgot Otis Nixon spent time with the Twins, and I don't know how I could have done that. He played his last season with the Twins at 1999 at the age of 40, and he swiped 37 bases for the Twins in his final season. Not bad for a guy pushing 41. When I think of Greg Swindell, I think of the Cleveland Indians, not the Minnesota Twins, but he did play for the Twins back in 1997. This was also a signing from Jim Falbo. Swindell made the All-Star team in 1989, and he pitched in 2 World Series with the Diamondbacks and the Astros. So this one was a 4 of 2 return in 14 days. I sent Gorman Hermiller, and I might be messing that name up, the cards, and he sent a couple extra back on his own, and he wrote me a nice note. But you can see I got that flipped on the backside just so you can see that Twins logo. He pitched for the A's in the mid 80s, and then he became a pitching coach for the Twins organization. And this is kind of cool. He spent over 20 years as a coach in pro baseball. Another Twins minor leaguer who never made it to the majors, Brad Burley, returned 1 of 1 card in 14 days, and he had some pretty good power hitting. He hit 22 home runs in both the 86 and 87 seasons with the Orlando Twins, but he was never called up to the major leagues. After retiring from baseball, he transitioned into the construction industry, working as a construction manager. And I have it 2 of 2, but it was a 3 of 3 return from Billy Beane in 31 days. Most fans know Billy as the genius behind Moneyball, but he was a first round draft pick by the Mets back in 1980, one spot ahead of future Hall of Famer Terry Francona. Next up is Derek Parks, 2 of 2 in 62 days. He was a catcher for the Twins in the early 90s. Kind of a fun fact about Derek, he hit his first major league home run in the Metrodome, and it was the game winner. Another former Twin who never made it to the majors, Dave Vetch, was kind enough to sign 1 of 1 cards in 17 days for me. He played for the Twins minor league systems during the late 80s. After baseball, he took that competitive drive into coaching youth sports in Minnesota. Tom Schwartz was a corner infielder for the Minnesota Twins minor league system during the mid 1980s. In fact, he was part of that 1987 trade sent to the Philadelphia Phillies along with Danny Clay in exchange for veteran left-hander Dan Schwartz, and that was part of the effort to bolster their World Series winning season that year. My next return is from Matt Merlo, 2 of 2 in 40 days. I couldn't find a Twins card, so I sent the Action Sticker series, and he was nice enough to sign that for me. He spent most of his time with the White Sox, Indians, and then he played for the Twins just for a short period. He signed in 1994 and he played 76 games with us. He is from a remarkable baseball history, though. He's the grandson of Lenny Merlo, the last Chicago Cubs player to appear in the World Series before their 2016 wins. Continuing with the family traditions, Nick Merlot is also pursuing baseball, making them a three-generation pro baseball family. So this next guy, Dave McKay, 1 of 1 in 17 days, a Canadian baseball legend whose career spans over 5 decades as a player and coach. He made history by hitting a home run in his very first major league at bat, becoming the first and only Canadian to achieve this feat. He also had the honor of being the first Canadian to play for the Toronto Blue Jays, starting at third base in their first game on April 7th, 1977. And then after his playing days, he's been a coach, and he contributed to 3 World Series with the Oakland A's and St. Louis Cardinals. That's all I got, TTMers, for this week's team challenge for the Twins. I'm really struggling to find players to still send to. So if you see somebody I'm missing, hit me up. Let me know about them. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll be doing my other TTM video later this week. Thanks.